Okay, essay notes for Satchel Paige. You have in the box, look back and right. You're going to look back on page 128. What is the typical Satch style that the author is referring to? That is your essay question for this week. Okay? On the bottom, you have the remember you should box, meaning remember you should include these things in your paragraph in order to get a good grade. Okay? Remember you should. 1. Explain what the typical Satch style is that the author is referring to. Refer to both Satch's words and his actions. So don't just say he would say this, this, and this up at the mouth and not tell me like what he would actually physically do, okay? Support your points with details from the text. Organize your ideas so that the reader understands you. And check for spelling, capitalization, punctuation, grammar, and sentence structure. Okay? Grace, we're going to answer it. It says restate the question. So, what is the typical Satch style that the author is referring to? I can rephrase that, so flip your paper. We're going to skip the question box. We're going to go down to R. So, I can start by saying Satchel Paige has a typical Satch style. That could be my sentence, okay? Satchel Paige has a, and then they kind of put that like quotation marks for typical Satch style. Period. We're taking essay notes. So I'm starting my paragraph off by saying Satchel Paige has a typical Satch style, and now I need to explain what is that style. So I need to go back in my book, and I need to find where it talks about his typical Satch style. And the essay prompt for us says to look back on page 128, but I think we can also get more information from other parts of the story, like the first part of the story. So, just talking back and forth, what is something that Satch would do? What's his style of play? What's the way he is in a baseball game? Elijah? Okay, so I can go ahead and say Satchel names his pitches. That could be one of the things I talk about, but something else that he does. Yeah? Okay, he mocks people at the baseball, or at the pitcher's mound, right? Or people that are up to bat. He mocks the batters. Yeah. What's something else that he did? The crowd loved him. Why does the crowd love him? Do you think? Okay, before he throws the pitch, he would say what he was going to throw. There's a reason why the crowd loves him. Not only do they love him because he's so good at baseball, but they love his personality. Because what does he do? Is he funny? Is he boring? Is he plain? Is he angry? What's his personality like out on the baseball field? The crowd loves him. They cheer for him like crazy. It's not just because he's good. Elijah? Okay, he's confident. Satch is very confident and funny. He's funny. He likes to have a good time. So, a typical Satch style is a lot of things. He does a lot of different things that other pitchers aren't doing. He names his pitches. He mocks the batters, taunts them a little, messes with them when they come up to bat. Before he throws the pitch, he would say what he's going to throw. Satch is very confident and funny. So I've answered the question on what's the Satch style. Now I need to go cite some evidence. we're going to do is, for the kids that are in person here that have a book that can go back and say, you can actually tell me page numbers that you find this stuff on. For people that are e-learning, you're simply going to say in the text, it says, okay, so different evidence sentence starters. I'm just going to put a couple different ones. Okay, I'm going to put a couple different sentence starters that you can use. You can go back right now and start putting page numbers next to any of these if you want to, or you can rewrite them with one of the sentence starters. You could say in the text it says, I could say I know this because, I could say I know Satch is confident because what? Well, because in the book it says this. Okay? I'm just giving you kind of sentence ideas. So once you state your sentence, you have to back it up with evidence. So you have to kind of say, in the story it says, I read that Satch did this. I read that Satch did, and then it's going to be a really long blank because she has one more 6 minutes. If you want to go find page numbers, you can go find page numbers. Naming his pitches was back at the beginning of the story, so I think that was probably back on page 118. Yeah, pages. So I could put, if I have my textbook in front of me, I could put page 118 next to that, so then you could use the sentence. On page 118, it says, so on page 118, it says, and then what does it say on page 118? I don't want to give you the whole entire thing, but if I already found this stuff on page 118, then I can go ahead and fill in my sentence right here. On page 118, it says blah, 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 blah. If you want to go find other page numbers for where you find these things, you can do that. If you are online and you can go back into the reading story from Tuesday's assignment, I do believe they have the page numbers as you go through and read. Okay. So we need a closing kind of sentence. So here's the thing, A and C work together, okay? So I can kind of mix this up. A and C probably should just be one box. So I can mix some of these sentences up, or I could put some of these sentence starters in front of some of the sentences I already made. You can mix it up, okay? So don't think, oh, I gotta do all the sentences in A and then go find all these sentences in C. No, it's a combination, guys. A paragraph, I'm looking for about 6 sentences. Don't make it crazy, okay? Then I need a closing sentence. So I need something about Satchel. I can make a statement about his personality, or I could just be like, he's a great baseball player with a great personality. I could say people love him for more than just his baseball skills. Come up with some ending sentence. Satchel Paige was a great baseball player with a great personality. Okay. You don't have to come up with the same sentence. You could do something different. You could say Satchel Paige is unique. Is unique and a great performer. Okay. You can say Satchel Paige was not only good at baseball, he liked to entertain the crowd. So then when you go to write your essay tomorrow, you are going to use this as your beginning sentence, and you're going to combine some sentences from A and C to get your middle sentences, and then you're going to take your E sentence as your wrap-up. So if I have one sentence here and two sentences here, that means between A and C I need to get 4 more sentences somewhere. And then I have my 6-sentence paragraph for my essay. Okay? Then I'm going to go back and check, did I answer these questions? Did I explain what Satchel Paige's style is? Yeah, I think we did that right here pretty good. Did I refer both to his words and his actions? Yeah, I talked about him mocking, and then I talked about how he was very confident, and then how he would name his pitches. Did I support with details from the story? Yeah, I did that over here. I gave you page numbers, I said in the text. Can you understand it? Well, I don't know, I haven't wrote a paragraph yet. And once I write my paragraph, I'll check my spelling and capitalization. And so that's your essay notes for Satchel Paige.